I had an ideal home show event on Friday.
Yes.
Wow.
Dave was back here in the studio.
I was.
Pretty exciting event.
Yeah.
I looked at some gutter guards.
Oh yeah, you said you were gonna take the plunge. So now hold on a second. Your wife's not there.
Did I tell you that?
You
Yeah,
tired
you
of
told me that.
cleaning your gutters every fall?
Because when I'm looking at these gutter guards, I'd have to get them. I said, no.
Did I tell you that I verbalized that?
Yes.
I said, look at some gutter guards over here. Look at these things. Anyway.
So what was the big draw? Do they have any famous names there at these
know-
events? Because sometimes, there are plenty of people who make money in that world.
No, I did not see
No
any.
Kathy Ireland, no Chip and Joe.
No, I was the draw.
You?
4 to 6 on a Friday.
On a Friday?
On a rainy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They said it was smaller this year. A lot of people were there, and like vendors who had been there every year, and I was chatting with them. And they said it's smaller this year because the landscapers aren't here. Usually landscapers come out and put up huge displays, but they're so busy, they have no time. Like
They're just working. They don't need to show you how they can make your backyard look better.
one guy told me he had a friend who was a landscaper that had enough work for the next 2 years. That he could put somebody off 18 months and still be just fine. And they don't have the employees to come out and set up the stuff, and they don't have like the shrubbery and stuff to set up. They're using it. They're
Supply
too busy.
line.
Supply line. They're too busy.
And employers.
They did not have
Employment.
it. Yeah, they didn't have the time. But in addition to Dave, I was chatting with gutter guards about. It's a pretty exciting conversation.
Well, I can imagine.
And Squid saw this mattress. He said it was called Spoon. That would like it would like go into a V shape. He's man, it doesn't work for you. Like, okay, all right, it's good.
How fast does it move?
You know what? We were mentioning this. This guy Squidward works here at the station. Now he works on another show.
Yeah.
And Biggie said earlier, he does not handle me with kid gloves like everybody else does.
No, he does not coddle Kelly.
No, he's not. He's a non-coddler.
He didn't know any better.
He doesn't know any better.
He's very, very young.
He's young. He's green. He's raw. He doesn't
Yes.
know any better. Now he's on another show that we mentioned last week. Just beat us for the Association of Broadcasters Award, which we try for. Okay, and they beat us, and that hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah.
I took that as an affront. And I said to everyone,
Like Michael Jordan.
And
I took that personally.
I took that personally. I didn't like losing that award. So I hadn't seen Squid really since they won that award, except to say congratulations briefly to him. He's on that show. He's part of it, okay? And hey, well-deserved.
Yeah.
All right, fine. We go on. We fight another day. But I got there. Now, Squidward's job was to go and set up all this audio equipment, our prize wheel, the T-shirt. You know how. So he got there before I did.
Yeah.
I walk in. He hands me a
Minute
mic.
before showtime.
Right. 1 minute till time to go.
Literally.
You know what Squidward said to me? Squidward goes, man, I've been thinking about this. I said, yeah, what is it? I had just gotten there. He goes, here I am on an award-winning show, and I set up all this equipment for the loser.
He said that?
Literal quote. Literal
Wow.
How about I chop off your tentacle?
Oh, my word.
quote. Right out of the gate. Right out.
What do you say?
I said, yeah, congratulations.
Knock the wind out of you?
Big time.
Yeah.
My first segment, I was wobbled. You probably noticed it, Dave. You're back here in the studio.
I had to edit.
I knew you had to edit. I knew you did. I damn near bought a gutter guard.
That woke you up?
In shock.
Yeah.
He shocked me into a gutter guard.
Oh, you're setting up for the loser.
That word loser.
Oh, really? Have you ever listened to your own show? You'll be as shocked as we are. You won.
Yeah, go back and listen.
That little pissant.
I had to stand there with him for 2 hours after that.
Mhm, right.
Just,
That's awkward.
Yeah, that's awkward. He called me a loser.
Did he make you go get the popcorn?
He's like, man, give me some popcorn.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, they were done. I was like, let me carry the
Give me a
wheel
Pepsi
a
and
bit.
popcorn.
Yeah. I'm the winner.
Hey, why don't you pull the van around?
Just hand me that mic.
He's 25 years my junior.
Yeah.
He's a year into the business.
Yes.
And he's got awards.
And he's got awards just piling up. And he says to me, here, what am I doing? He's like, I'm thinking about this. Why am I setting up all this stuff for the loser? And I just was like, huh? What? Boom. Floored me.
Slap.
Floored me.
3, 2, 1, you're on.
Gutter guard. Gutter guard.
There's a bed here. I'll do the work for you. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Squid. What? Man, so I'm already in a mood.
Right.
All right. then a guy comes up to me. All right, this is probably an hour later. Already, my whole Friday is ruined.
Right.
As my brother-in-law used to say, my Friday is ruined. Okay? Because of squid. And a guy comes up, and I say to him, as I do to everyone, would you like to spin on a prize wheel? It's free, and you can win a T-shirt. And he says, no, I ain't going to do that.
Right.
Like, why would I do something, lower myself to do that?
Did you engage in eye contact, or could you tell he was a potential?
Well, he stared at it for a while.
Okay.
And I said, would you like, it's free.
Yeah.
He's suspicious.
Many people are.
Yes.
It's like, how are you trying
Yeah.
to trap me? You know,
Yeah.
our thing is.
What's the catch?
Yeah, there is no
none.
catch. You spin it, you win it, you get a T-shirt.
Never has been.
That's right. There's no catch here. You spin our wheel, you get a T-shirt, you get a bumper sticker just for coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But they look, and which I understand.
Yeah.
You know, I think if you stand on a street corner and say, "I'm going to give you a $100 bill," meaning nothing, people will be like, back away. From. You know,
thank
you're
you.
conditioned to that. So he looks and he goes, "No, I'm not going to spin that." So he walks on, and I was like, "Good." You know, I was in a mood.
Yeah.
Well, 5 minutes later, he comes back and he said, "Let me ask you a question." And I said, "Yeah." And our predecessor on this program from years ago is a guy named Brad Krantz. Used to work with Kristen.
Yeah.
Very talented. I like him.
Taught me the ropes.
I like him very much. Now, he's got a podcast now. But the guy says, whatever happened to Brad Krantz? He's like, because he was good. He says it to me. And I say to him, I don't know. I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction.
Because you were in a mood.
Because I was in a mood. I was like, I don't know whatever happened to Brad Krantz. He's like, well, he had a good show. I was like, I'm glad you liked the show. Now we're toe-to-toe. Now I'm like, all right, let's get into it. And then he says, of course, I never listen to radio anymore now that I got Spotify. And I just looked at him and I was like, I didn't say a word. I just stared at him. And he goes, I bet you hear that all the time. And I said, I've never heard that.
I don't know what Spotify
I said, I don't
is.
know what Spotify. That's what I said.
Joke's on you.
I said, joke's on you.
Don't even know how to find it.
I don't know how to do Spotify. And he goes, well, I do Spotify. And I said, well, I don't. I don't know a thing about Spotify.
Why don't you go drown in a gutter guard?
They had water rolling through that gutter. I said, why don't you go stick your head in that gutter guard?
I come out here to meet squid anyway.
Well, that's right. Yeah, he's like, oh, my God, is that Squidward?
Get out of the way, big guy.
Oh, my God. Did you just win the award? Man.
Want to spin the
I'll
wheel?
tell you, that guy walked on. I just turned to Squidward and I was like, you know what? If that guy, he's all about Spotify and this and that.
Language.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, you know what? Now I'm teaming up with Squidward, who just insulted me an hour earlier.
Yeah.
And Squidward, you should have said we have podcasts on Spotify. And I was like, I didn't know we did.
I don't know what that means.
And then,
Well,
Even if someone had told me, I wouldn't have known what
that's
that
right.
meant.
I said,
anytime somebody mentions podcast to this show, we've been trumped.
that's right. That's right.
I just watch the eyes glaze
That's right.
over.
Squidward said, you should have told him we have our podcast on Spotify. I said, I didn't know.
We have our who is on what? Where?
How do you get to the? Where's the?
Not a clue. Not a clue that we had that. I mean, it was rough. I was just fending off people left and right out there, you know.
And for Friday afternoon, you're supposed to be relaxing.
On a Friday. Exactly.
I had no idea.
A P1 had sent, this is Cowgirl Claudia, and she says, was wondering if any of y'all be at the state fair this week. That starts this week here. I mean, there are state fairs all over the place. Like,
It
what's
depends on the season.
the biggest state? Texas? Is that the one that everybody...
That's what you always
Gotta
hear
be one
about.
of the biggest.
Is it Iowa the one that has the big butter sculpture?
Yes.
And I think, was it Iowa that started all the deep
The
fried?
crazy foods?
Yeah. Well, I always thought that was Texas.
And Texas, too.
Those plain states,
It's- yeah, a lot
Nebraska,
of-
they all have big ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
right.
Midwestern ones are the biggest.
Huge.
And they really try to outdo each other with food.
Now, was the Oklahoma-Texas game, that's at the Cotton Bowl, right?
Always at the fairgrounds at the Cotton Bowl.
How about the Sooners this weekend? Good gracious.
Look at 'em.
I'm violating my own rule by wearing a hoodie.
Well, I like it. I mean, you're
Right
right.
at my age. A game like that.
Chris Demm's an Oklahoma fan, and in addition to others, but he's an Oklahoma man, and Texas was killing them in Oklahoma,
Killing them.
and came back and won.
Bench the Heisman hopeful.
My son says he's not. He said he was what was drawing.
He could sling it last year, but he wasn't. I don't think he's got that next level talent.
My son told me that, and before the season, he said he's going to be the #1 overall pick, Spencer Rattler. And then after this game, my son's like, if I was a coach, I'd keep him benched. I'd go with this other guy.
He may transfer.
He might.
'Cause
Exactly.
This kid is a freshman that came in and led this
and they ran the ball.
historical comeback.
I saw the last 5 minutes. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
What a game. Anyway, P1 Cowgirl Claudia says, wondering if y'all were going to be at the state fair. I'll be in the cow barn helping with the cow show and would love to say hello. But Chris Demm kindly sent me a Two Guys Named Chris t-shirt, and I'd love for you guys to come by. Message to Chris Demm. If you ever get pink eye again, Squirt some mastitis antibiotics into the eye. Clears up pink eye in my cows in 2 days.
I don't think that's for human use.
Well, it's next to the ivermectin.
I've got them both.
Right,
Got
okay.
them both in my medicine cabinet.
All right, she says, go get some mastitis antibiotics. It will clear up pink eye in a cow.
Okay.
In 2 days. Message to Chris Kelly. I don't understand why so many people say so many horrible things about you on Facebook. I didn't know they did.
Don't.
Didn't know they
you're not
did.
on.
That's why we keep you away.
Here we are again.
That's why we keep you away.
I know. It's like, what?
You should see the Spotify comments.
Yeah, I'll bet.
You've got to coddle the man.
Cowgirl Claudia. She's at the state fair this year. It's going to be the best ever.
It's going to be the best North Carolina State Fair ever. Ever. The best weather, the best people, the best prizes. What more can you ask for?
That's Squidward doing a broadcast.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
And that's his actual voice.
What's the best part about the fair?
One thing at the fair, the rise, man. The rise. Energizes.
It's a rush.
It's
I
true.
love it. They do. They give you energy at the state fair.
But there's also people watching, right?
That's the best part.
What's the best part about the state fair this year?
The women.
Right. That was Dave. Man of your
That's
own
before
heart.
he joined the show.
That's right. That's it.
That's when y'all pulled him in.
What's the best part about the state fair this year?
The women.
I'm going to go see Claudia.
I seen this one woman. She had a mustache.
That's Cowgirl Claudia they're talking about there.
Kiss my mouth.
The women at the fair.
What's the best part about the state fair this year?
The women.
I think he speaks for every year. I think he speaks for every year, too.